What do you even do on OnlyFans? You pimp these bitches out?
Sorta, not really.
Yeah, Jack. My man.
Nah,
dude, I told my chick on the way here, I'm like, dude, some of Jack's chicks make like $1 million a month. She's like, she was gonna come over and fuck you. I'm like, you can if you want, but you ain't coming back.
At least it wasn't on camera.
It was on camera.
Oh.
Not the robbery, but like after the fact.
What do you mean?
Like my ex literally filmed it after.
Oh, he didn't turn the stream off?
No.
That you made out with the Island Boys?
I kissed him. That game money was good, like fuck.
Jack Doherty calls Lacy broke, says he would never be able to afford what he can. Well, you think I'd give a f? That's the issue with him, is he thinks everything in the world is about money when it's not. I'd rather have less money and be a decent human being than be him and have more money. You think I care what that little tweak says about me?
Yeah. He got violent with her last night. He put his hands on her. She came to my house. I'm an old friend of his. But she's right there in a different car, waiting. Yeah. If he were to see my car, it would have escalated things, so I hid here.
How you feel about me hooking up with your brother?
Yeah, that was fucking random, but
Who set that up?
I don't know, but I remember my brother was like, yo, Adam 22 wants to do some gay shit with me. I'm like, I wasn't surprised, but I was more like, he wants to do it with you? Like, that's just random, but okay.
Guys, should I gift Lacy 100 subs? No. Just because he's my boy Lacy. I'm trying to, you know. Can I?
I don't care.
Yeah. He just noticed the 10 gifted. Enjoy, that's for your date, bro. That'll pay for your date. I got you. I might need to send him more, right? For his date.
Jack Doherty has taken L's before, but this was different. On May 4th, 2025, Jack logged onto Twitch like it was any other day until he saw the one notification no man ever wants to see: FaZe Lacy streaming from Disneyland with Jack's ex-girlfriend, McKinley Richardson, smiling, holding hands, sharing churros, and doing it all under Sleeping Beauty's castle like it was a personal attack. Jack tried to play it cool, dropped 25 gifted subs in Lacy's chat, said it was for the date, but everyone saw through the cracked smile and shaky voice. This wasn't generosity, it was a meltdown in 1080p. Within hours, TikTok was drowning in edits of Jack's breakdown, piano music playing over his face as viewers typed the same 4 letters again and again. L, career cooked. So how did Jack go from flexing private jets to rage gifting subs to the guy kissing his ex? Let's rewind, because this breakup saga might just be the most humiliating one the internet's seen in years. Before all the sobbing and sub-gifting, Jack Doherty was riding high. A human firecracker with a camera crew, $1 million smile, and enough YouTube chaos to fill 10 lifetimes. His content? Loud, reckless, addictive. He built his empire off pranks, fake security confrontations, outrageous stunts, and luxury overload. One week he's faking arrests, the next he's jumping off yachts. The formula was simple: cause a scene, rake in views, repeat. And it worked. Jack wasn't just rich, he was streaming rich, flexing Lambos, Rolexes, and bodyguards like they were accessories to his ego. 10 million subscribers, millions in merch, clout to burn. And then came McKinley, beautiful, viral, and already halfway famous on TikTok. Jack saw the numbers, saw the face, and did what every influencer does: he slid in. What followed wasn't just a relationship, it was content gold. McKinley Richardson wasn't just some pretty side character in Jack's story. She had her own audience, her own fans, and her own rise. By 2023, she'd already stacked millions of followers on TikTok and built an Instagram presence so polished it looked curated by a luxury brand. Every post, outfit of the day, aesthetic coffee runs, beachside sunsets. She was influencer perfect, algorithm approved, but it wasn't just about selfies. McKinley understood attention. She knew how to hold it, how to monetize it, and most importantly, how to weaponize it. When Jack entered her life, it wasn't just a fling, it was a brand merger. They started filming vlogs, posting pranks, launching, matching outfits, and the internet ate it up. They hit 1 million followers on their couple's Instagram in just 6 weeks. There was a live stream proposal, a wedding, even a shared OnlyFriends account that blurred the line between intimacy and income. Whether they loved each other or just loved the views didn't matter. They were printing money and turning every kiss into a paycheck. But fairy tales don't last forever, especially not when there's this much money, ego, and camera time involved. Everything seemed perfect until it absolutely wasn't. Out of nowhere, in April 2025, police were called to Jack Doherty's mansion. McKinley was trying to leave. She wasn't alone. A friend was there, waiting in a different car. And when officers arrived, they claimed Jack had been aggressive, that he had put his hands on her, that she was scared enough to hide. No charges were filed, but in the court of public opinion, damage was already done. The body cam footage went viral within hours. McKinley looked calm but serious. Jack looked confused, caught completely off guard, and suddenly, that perfect Instagram couple dissolved into something far darker. Jack went live soon after, visibly shaking, crying, rambling, saying McKinley had changed every password, cleared the accounts, packed her things, and left. "I can't believe I dated that for 2 years," he said, tears running down his face. "I don't even know her." He claimed she used him, called her evil, said she flipped overnight, and just like that, the guy who once bragged about owning Lambos and flying private was now admitting he was broke. Done. And just when you thought it couldn't get worse, FaZe Banks entered the picture. McKinley didn't stay out of the spotlight for long. Just days after the police incident, she was spotted in LA with FaZe Banks, the CEO of FaZe Clan, and the internet raised an eyebrow, but it was nothing compared to what came next, because then came Lacy. FaZe Lacy. Another streamer, another clout magnet, and, as of May 1st, McKinley's new Disney date. It started as a tease. Lacy posted hints about a Disneyland trip, a double date with McKinley, TikToker Marlon, and Sadie McKenna. Cute, suspicious. But by May 3rd, it was confirmed. They were live from the Magic Kingdom, holding hands, laughing on rides, sharing churros on stream for 15,000 people. And guess who was watching? Jack. From the comfort of his own Twitch stream, Jack stared at his ex-girlfriend cuddled up with a FaZe member, live, while viewers spammed clown emojis in his chat. And then, he snapped, dropped 25 gifted subs in Lacy's stream, tried to play it off as a joke. "This one's for your date, bro." He laughed, eyes glassy. "Hope it helps with the churros." But the internet didn't see generosity. They saw a man unraveling in real time. Twitter blew up with memes, "Captain Seal your girl," Jack Doherty from Maybox to meltdowns. And behind all the jokes, one thing became painfully clear. This wasn't just a breakup, this was humiliation on livestream. Jack tried to play it cool, but his voice gave him away. Mid-stream, he stuttered, laughed nervously, tried to roast Lacy, but couldn't finish a sentence without cracking. His fans noticed. The internet noticed. Everyone noticed. Then came the wave. Clip channels chopped up his reactions. Sad music layered under his fake laughter. Comment sections turned into war zones. Bro's career ended at the teacup ride. He gifted 25 subs and 100 regrets. And Jack, instead of stepping back, leaned harder into the cringe. He kept gifting subs to Lacy, kept showing up in streams trying to act unbothered. At one point, even Neon started gifting in Lacy's chat just to mock him. The spiral got worse. Jack tried the same strategy on Kai Cenat, gifted him hundreds of subs hoping for a collab. Kai took the money, smiled, and said, "Hell no, no collab, no shout out. Just a polite, thanks for the cash, loser." At this point, Jack wasn't flexing money, he was burning it. To the internet, he looked desperate, like a guy who lost his girl, his grip, and his dignity all in one livestream. And instead of rebuilding in silence, he was feeding the fire with every gifted sub. What started as damage control turned into a full-blown digital breakdown. Jack became a meme, a warning, proof that you can have millions of followers and still lose everything in real time. A few days later, Jack finally spoke, really spoke, not through Twitch jokes or passive-aggressive donations, but on a podcast. No flashy editing, no Lambo in the background, just Jack, slouched in a chair, voice low, eyes tired. And for the first time, he didn't try to clown around. He called the relationship cooked, said he'd never been heartbroken before, said they spent every single day together for 2 years, then went to nothing. His voice cracked as he said it. "I never thought I'd feel this way over a girl." He admitted the pain, admitted the silence hurt, admitted he wasn't handling it well. And then came the bombshell. The allegations. The host asked about the police report, about McKinley saying he'd threatened her. Jack denied it. "I never threatened her," he said. "Couples fight whatever, but I never did that." Then he paused. "I mean, I might have threatened her Maybach. A little." He laughed, nervously, like he knew how bad it sounded, but didn't know how else to frame it. Then came the question that silenced the room. "Did it ever get physical?" Jack shook his head. "No," he said firmly. "I've never laid a hand on her." But the damage was already done. Whether you believed him or not, Jack had crossed the invisible line. From cocky influencer to public liability, from villain to victim to something in between. The podcast didn't clear his name. It didn't save his image. But it did show one thing. This wasn't just about McKinley. This was about a man slowly realizing the empire he built was starting to crack from the inside. At this point, the internet had made up its mind. Jack Doherty wasn't just down bad, he was finished. But here's the thing about public meltdowns. They're never really about one moment. They're about everything before it. Jack built a career off noise, off poking the bear, baiting security guards, flexing louder and harder than everyone else. But when the chaos turned inward, he didn't know how to stop. He tried to meme his way through heartbreak, tried to outgift the humiliation, tried to treat pain like another prank. But McKinley didn't just leave him. She exposed him, not with receipts, but with silence. She moved on, smiled for the camera, and let Jack unravel by himself. And the more he tried to control the narrative, the worse it got. So, does he deserve redemption? That's the real question. He was clearly heartbroken, clearly blindsided, but he was also reckless, immature, and in many ways, the architect of his own downfall. The subs, the clowning, the deflections, it wasn't just sad. It was embarrassing, but maybe that's the point. Sometimes the loudest guys crash the hardest. And maybe Jack's rock bottom isn't the end, it's just the first time he's been forced to grow up on camera. In the end, Jack Doherty didn't get exposed by a leaked DM or a secret recording. He got exposed by his own live stream, by his own reaction. And that's the thing about the internet. It's not just watching, it's recording. Every cracked smile, every shaky voice, every gifted sub that says, "I'm fine," when you're clearly not. McKinley didn't need to say a word. FaZe Lacy didn't need to throw shade. Jack did all the talking and the unraveling for them. Now, his fans are split. Some say he's just another guy who got played. Others say this was karma in high definition. But maybe the truth is simpler than that. Jack's biggest enemy was never McKinley, never Lacy, not even the chat-spamming clown emojis. It was Jack, his ego, his need to win the breakup on camera. And if there's one lesson in this whole messy saga, it's this. In the age of live streams and clout chasing, the worst kind of L is the one you broadcast yourself.